In this video, we're going to teach you how to find spare parts and Technics order website in our online parts store. And in finding spare parts for your car, you always need to know the chassis number or the make, model, year, and the trim for your car. The first thing I'm going to discuss is the chassis number or the vehicle identification number. This number is a special number and it's unique to every single vehicle. No two vehicles have the same VIN number. So with this number, you can find the correct parts for your car in Technics website. In order to find the number, you need to know where on the vehicle it's located. In different vehicles, it's located in the bonnet, some inside the door compartment. So we're going to take a look at a few different vehicles. I'm going to start with the Peugeot. The Peugeot is a European car, and the European car tend to have the VIN number upon the dashboard on the left side and sometime in the bonnet. So let's look at this Peugeot and look at this VIN number. Right there on the windscreen, it's have a little opening right there, and that's the VIN number there. The vehicle we're going to look at the chassis number is this Daihatsu Material. Daihatsu Material on most Japanese vehicles, or a lot of Japanese vehicles, you will find the chassis number inside the engine room. So all you gotta do is look where you see it will be a shiny metal, and in this car it's right under here. It's a little bit difficult to see it, but it's right there. Another Daihatsu here. This one we're taking out the engine, so the front is open and you can see the chassis number much clearer. And you see the shine plate here? That's what you would see in most vehicles, and that's where the chassis number would be. That's that tall number coming right across there. That's the chassis number. Then you have the type or the model code. That would be right here. So that's another important number. That's M42RS. That's another important number to have on the end when you're searching for other parts. The chassis number, it normally have the detail for the engine size, the plant the vehicle was made, the year the vehicle was manufactured, and all the detailed specification that needed to get the correct parts. This is a Suzuki Swift, and we're going to look where this chassis number is located. Suzuki Swift, and a lot of Korean cars and a lot of the Asian cars, you also find the chassis number inside the door. So whether it's on the passenger side or the driver side. And right there is where this Suzuki chassis number is. And you can see there you have the engine type, which is also important. We're telling you that it's a K12M engine. But most important is the chassis number right there. That chassis number again will give you the specific detail for the car. The registration on your windscreen is another place where you can find the vehicle detail, chassis number, make, model, and year. Sometimes it have mistake in it, where, for example, a O might be seen as a 0 or a 1 as a I, or sometimes a number is missing. And in that case, the VIN search will not bring up the vehicle if it's of a missing number. Parts store on our website, it have a unique feature. First of its kind in Bermuda. This feature allows you to input your chassis number by typing in the VIN number, and the VIN search will tell you the correct model year for the vehicle. The next thing you can do is manually input your vehicle details in the parts store search. You can also find parts for your bike, or the correct word, motorcycle. And you do the similar process by putting in the VIN number or the chassis number, and you do an automatic search and it will bring up that motorcycle. Or you can manually put in the make, model, and year and use the detail from the TCD registration. It's the same way it have a chassis number which is unique to that bike, and no other bike in the world have that number. The chassis number in the bike going to locate sometime under the seat, somewhere on the frame. In this bike here, you can see the chassis number is right there. To go to the computer and search for some parts. And we're going to use a VIN number and we're going to do a manual search. Now I'm at the computer. I have a chassis number. And I also have the make, model, and year and trim of the vehicle. So what I'm going to do now is, first I'm going to do an automatic parts search. And with this automatic parts search, we will use the VIN and automatic find the vehicle detail. But before we can do all of that, let's get onto the website, which is www.technicsautoltd.com. So I'm going to do a Google search here. And it's actually okay, so now I'm on the Technics website. There's different ways you can find a vehicle parts by also select parts by the brand of the vehicle, but that's not what we're going to concentrate on in this video. I'm going to go over to the parts store. And in the parts store, if we just move the screen up a bit, over on your right hand side you have this enter VIN. This area is where you would enter your VIN number and then you do an automatic search. So let's enter a VIN. Now I'm going to just select the search button. And that VIN bring up a particular vehicle, and this vehicle is a Kia Rio 2013, and it also gives the model code, which is a UB, the engine CC 1396, the engine, which is a G4FA, the fuel type, some vehicle is diesel, some is gasoline. So with this vehicle, it's a petrol or gasoline. Then the body type, this vehicle, it's a hatchback. So now that I have the correct vehicle, the website automatically bring up all parts we have in stock for that vehicle. And now you just need to go through and select which parts you want. So for example, let's add the air filter to the cart, because I trying to service my car. I want to get an idea what the parts would cost to service my car and if Technics have the parts. Now I go back to the vehicle detail and I'm going to add some rear brake pads. And it's as simple as that. If I want to proceed, I can just proceed and check out. And you know, it's ABC to find the parts using the VIN search. And you can rest assured that you will find the correct parts. In some case, you may have, for example, a brake disc, which is this part here. We'll view it. And this brake, this here, the description, see in the bracket here, it's a brake disc for the front and it's a vented disc. Some discs may be solid. So in this, with a part like this, you will need to know if your vehicle, if you need a vented or a solid disc, because your vehicle, it comes with two type of discs. And also it giving us some detail that we have 4 of this disc in stock. And what you see in here is real time. It's not some mismatched numbers. So if it tell you we have 4 in stock, we have 4 in stock. Okay, I'm going to refresh the page. And I'm going to use the same vehicle since we use that VIN and we know exact, say this is a Kia Rio 2013. Now I'm going to do a manual search. And I have the TCD paper here, so I'm going to just manually put in the make. So we scroll down, look for the Kia. The model is a Rio and the year is a 2013. Then this is the important part when you're doing a manual search. You have to get the correct trim, or you have to understand which trim is correct for your car. And from the drop down list, it gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trim to choose from. So that's where it's a big difference with the automatic search and the manual search. The automatic search will select the correct trim for you. And trim basically mean if your car is a hatchback, if it's a saloon, if it's a 2-door, if it's a 4-door, if it's a 1000 cc or a 1.5 cc or 1500 cc. And also the engine code, you know, if it's a single cam engine or double cam engine. Those are all technical detail you need to know. Also, some parts may look alike, but when it comes to auto parts, 10mm and 20mm make a huge difference. The part might not fit or it can't work. And you can't look on a photo on any parts store online and tell the difference between 10mm and 15mm in the photo. It's just too small of a difference for you to recognize it. So the trim select that difference. If it's a 10mm or 15mm, the measurement for this part, for example. So we know before that. Let's get back to finding the correct trim. So we know that this engine This car, the model is a UB. The engine is 1396. The engine code is a 4G, is a G4FA, and the fuel type is a petrol. We also know that it's a hatchback. And if you notice, these two trim are very close, but one is a hatchback and one is a saloon. That make a big difference with the parts too. So we will select this UB trim. Now I can do a search. I'll go over, hit the search button, and there it's pop up. So it's going to give me a result for all the parts we have for this car. And there the parts come back again. The same parts that are same as when we done the automatic search with the VIN. And we can go on and just add parts to the cart just the same. For example, I need some fresh air inside. I want to use a new cabin air filter. And we just add it to the cart. We can proceed and check out if I want, or if you want to shop more and find more parts for your vehicle. It's easy as that. 1, 2, 3 when you use the Technics website. Okay, so we also have another way where you can search. So let's say you don't know the photo of the parts, what it looked like. Then we have a product category on the left side that once you do the VIN or the manual search, you can go to the product category on the left side. And whatever part you select from that category would be the correct part that is associated with that vehicle. So let's say we need some brakes. So I'll go on the product category side, drop down list, and then I will select brakes. From the brake, is it some hydraulic parts or some friction parts? Then, friction would be anything under the friction would be like brake shoe, disc, and cables and so on. So once I select the friction, then I get a drop-down list of parts to choose from. Brake disc, brake lever, brake pad, brake shoe, brake cable, and brake lever, and so on. So let's say I need some brake pads. I select the brake pads. And there, the two pads come up for my Kia Rio. So it's a Kia Rio 2013, and that's the trim. And then I have the rear brake pad and the front brake pads. And all I need to do is add them to the cart and check out. Now, I'm going to go back to the home page. On the home page, and throughout all the pages in the website, at the top you have a product search menu. And in there you can just simply type the name of the product you're looking for, and it will bring up if we have that product. You may need to refine the search by going in the parts store, but let's say you're looking for a general purpose item that use on many different type of vehicle. Something like a battery, a tire, wiper blade. They are not specific. They are most 90% of the time they're universal, work on different model vehicle. So let's do a product search for, I'm looking for a bike battery. So I'm just going to type in battery and see what pop up. and there a whole bunch of battery popped up. From here, I can take a quick view of the battery, and there it is. It say we have 10 of this battery in stock, and it's telling me the code for the battery, which is a YTX7LBS. So that's an important number where if you don't have a VIN or chassis number, you can still go on the website, look up the parts, and you can still use, if you're familiar with the parts code, then you can use that parts code to also do the search. And when you see these quantities, they are real time. So what you see here is what we have in stock. If we don't have it in stock, then you will see it say not in stock, and it won't allow you, the website won't allow you to check the parts out, meaning we can't sell it if it's not in stock. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you get a little bit more understanding how to use the Technics website to find auto parts or the correct parts for your bike, car, truck, van. And I hope you learn a little bit how the VIN number work, the automatic search or the manual search. And I will be doing a lot more videos like this to give you more detail in terms of looking for the correct parts for your car.
Celebrate my liberation.